Admission open, admission open. Apollo Academy, 11 Science and 12 Science. Subjects offered: Physics, Chemistry, Biology, Mathematics, English, Meitei Mayik, Home Science. Class commencement from 9 May 2022. Form issue from 25th April 2022. Address: Kwakaithel Bazaar near Amuko office. Please contact 825-801-3846. Apollo Academy Common Universities Entrance Test CUET 2022. Class commencement 9 May 2022. Eligibility 12 pass or peering. Available hostel seats for boys and girls of school goers.
Nahak pukning wakhagi anaba leibra drug addiction amadi mental disorder treatment gidamak adom karigi wari Manipurda ihan hanbo oina Rehabilitation and Child Care Center inkalakliba nahasingita oiba experienced leraba doctors amadi clinical psychologists singna layengjari experts singna counseling piba 24/7 CCTV camera da monitor tawduna kupna senaba morning yoga, healthy diets, weekly health checkup, intensive daily routine. Awaba kayadagi ngakthoknaba leijare Yaipokpa Rehabilitation and Child Care Center, Kwakaithel Akham Likai. Adongi mathau tarabadi nakanda pijariba contact number asida pau fawbirau.
First, the top news headlines. Union Minister of State Ajay Kumar Mishra chairs review meeting on various state issues with top government officials. Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurates 10-bed ICU ward, tele-ICU hub at Jennings. Konsa Village Chief Village Authority present big tick drum to MP King Sanajauba Laishemba at Royal Palace. Special Commando unit naps one vehicle lifter, recovers one vehicle engines. Hello and a very good evening. You're watching the MAMI TV English News Bulletin. I'm ALBINA RIAMEI. Union Minister of State for Home Ajay Kumar Mishra, who arrived at Imphal on a 2-day visit yesterday, chaired a review meeting on various issues of the state with top officials of Government of Manipur at the Conference Hall of All Secretariat Babupara today. The developmental projects taken up in Chandel district, which is one of the aspirational districts in India, was discussed during the meeting. Besides the law and order situation of the state, the issue of border fencing, poppy plantation, illegal entry of outsiders into the state were discussed during the meeting. Speaking to media after the review meeting, Union Minister of State for Home Ajay Kumar Mishra said that if the law and order situation further improves in Manipur, disturbed area status under Armed Forces Special Powers Act (ABSPA) from remaining parts of the state. He said Manipur is one of the important states of India. The state has been witnessing fast-paced development and that the center has been focusing on addressing the grievances facing the state, he said. He further assured that the Armed Forces Special Powers Act will be removed not only from Manipur but from the entire Northeast at the earliest if the law and order situation improves. The Union Minister of State further stated that the centre has been making all-out efforts to put an end to issue of poppy plantation and drugs in the state.
आज अभी हम लोग यहाँ पर बैठे तो होल मणिपुर का किस तरह का सिचुएशन है, कैसी स्थितियाँ हैं, तो हमने सारी चीज़ों पे ड्रग्स वगैरह का जो इस तरह का है और हमारा जो इलीगल माइग्रेट्स है, कुछ खुली सीमा है, इस सब चीज़ों पर हम लोगों ने चर्चा हुआ। बिल्कुल देखिए, अभी जैसे जो नॉर्थ ईस्ट का ज़्यादातर जो एरिया है वहाँ से उसको हटा लिया गया है और आर्म्ड फोर्स का जो स्पेशल रूल्स का, और बाकी मणिपुर में थोड़ा सा रह गया है, कुछ हिस्सा है, कुछ हिस्सों से हटा भी है। अभी इस पे हम लोग जैसे जैसे स्थितियाँ बदलती जाएंगी उसको हटाएंगे।
Chief Minister Ann Biren has inaugurated a 10-bed ICU ward and tele-ICU hub at Jawaharlal Nehru Institute of Medical Sciences, JNIMS, Imphal yesterday. The inaugural function, which was held at the auditorium of JNIMS, was organized by Directorate of Health Services, Government of Manipur. Speaking at the inaugural function, Chief Minister Ann Biren lauded the team of 10-bed ICU project for taking up such the initiative to provide humanitarian service to the people. He added that the tele-ICU would help address to some extent the problem faced due to shortage of specialist doctors at health centers of different districts. He also expressed his appreciation for using quality equipment and machines for the tele-ICU hub at JNIMS. Stating that health should be the first priority, he maintained that there shouldn't be any compromise on the quality of equipment procured for use in hospitals and health centers, and added that the state government would not tolerate this matter. Mentioning that doctors and nurses are not less than God to their patients, he appealed to them to freely come up with their grievances, if any, but not resort to any form of disturbance to the humanitarian service for patients. Continuing that the state had witnessed development in many sectors, the Chief Minister informed that the state government had been discussing to set up a hospital at AIIMS level, and added that sanction for construction of a maternity hospital had been accorded.
Concept aduda dum mai koi sip tor gale de ko yawa lai bo hongai ba change de de koi chat min ba aduna corruption mo cha chara gadi ai sa de ho bodam ai sa de ga ne ai na sum ka sar ga nam lo nu ne lo ge ne di yawa ai honorable mayam dai doina ai kalik mayam ai tabingang ki kari ki amat tai koi to kom se do praja na bhota paisa lo ri si kamai to si ge ai na madu meeting de phanya nga se pahan han de madu kamai to si ge khani khani ri ko yam ban Manipura, corruption free, drug free, aduga mute mini like the symptom difference like the I quite amateur state adu yama developed state.
Apart from JNIMS Imphal, tele-ICU will be supported at different district hospitals and community health centers in the state. With the tele-ICU facilities, patients being treated at intensive care units of districts hospitals and other tele-ICU supported hospitals will be able to access observation by specialist doctors through the tele-ICU hub set up at JNIMS. JNIMS will act as the tele-consultation hub. It will share expertise and provide hand-holding support to the doctors in district hospitals in delivery of critical care services in rural areas. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan, CAF and PD Minister Laishangthem Susindro, Social Welfare Minister Haikam Dingo, Chief Secretary Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Additional Chief Secretary V. Vunlummang, Managing Director Sri Shrikant Nadhamuni, Director Health Service Dr. K. Rajo, Director JNIMS Laishram Dibain, doctors and nurses also attended the inaugural function among others. Village Chief and Authority of Konsa Village in Saitu Assembly Constituency presented a large traditional tick drum to Rajya Sabha member King Sanajauba Leshemba at the Royal Palace yesterday. King Sanajauba has promised to construct a community hall at Konsa Village as a gift for Christmas this year. Youths of Konsa Village, adorned in traditional attire, arrived at the Royal Palace to present the large tick drum to the king. The program was organized by Meitei Lipun. Speaking at the historic program, King Sanajauba said when Manipur was a princely state, RIAMEI community presented Hiyang Hirel royal boat and large drums to two erstwhile kings of Manipur. There are stories of RIAMEI community presenting such large traditional drums to King Nauthinkong between 663 and 763 AD. In 1666 to 2697, they also presented Hiyang Hirel royal boat to King Paikomba. Expressing happiness at witnessing the age-old tradition during his time, he said such activities will strengthen the bond among the people of the state. As a token of appreciation, King Sanajauba promised to construct a community hall for villagers of Konsas, a gift for the upcoming Christmas. A team of Special Commando Unit Khabaisoi arrested a person of a vehicle lifter gang from Kongba Uchekon, Kuno, Imphal East. The unit recovered a two-wheeler and many vehicle engines from the person. The arrested person has been identified as Laishram Ibungo, age 27, son of late LG Tain of Kongba Uchekon in Imphal East district. According to reports, the team led by the officer in charge of the Special Commando Unit under the supervision of in charge of Special Commando Unit Khabaisoi, T.H. Krishna Tombi, conducted a search operation in the surrounding areas of Kongba Uchekon. Upon investigation, Ibungo disclosed the involvement of Pangambam Dinesh, age 35, son of late P. Jadumani of Kongba Uchekon near Social Youth United Club SYUC in the vehicle theft. While searching the residence of P. Dinesh, the team recovered one laptop, two Android mobile phones, a two-wheeler and many vehicle engines. The arrested person and seized items were handed over to Irilbung Police Station for further necessary legal action. Now let's take a short commercial break.
Nahak, pukning wakhalgi anaba leibra. Drug addiction amadi mental disorder treatment gidamak adom karigi wari. Manipurda ihan hanbo ina rehabilitation and child care center. Inkalakliba nahasingita oiba experienced leraba doctors amadi clinical psychologists singna layengjari. Experts singna counseling piba 24/7 CCTV camera da monitor tawduna kupna senaba morning yoga, healthy diets, weekly health checkup, intensive daily routine. Awaba kayadagi ngakthoknaba leijare Yaipokpa Rehabilitation and Child Care Center, Kwakaithel Akham Lekai. Adongi mathau tarabadi nakanda pijaribak contact number asida pau fawbirau.
Welcome back. The 6-day Northeast Regional Sports Week concluded at main stadium of Kumanlampak Sports Complex, Imphal yesterday. Governor of Manipur, Laganation, graced the closing function as a chief guest. The Sports Week was held in connection with the celebration of the 75 years of Indian independence. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Regional Sports Week, was organized by the Youth Affairs and Sports Department, Government of Manipur, with the funding of the Northeastern Council (NEC). The Sports Week from 28 April to 3 May 2022 witnessed players and athletes from 7 Northeast states competing in select disciplines of archery, badminton, boxing, football, and table tennis. Speaking on the occasion, Governor Laganation expressed his appreciation to the Department of Youth Affairs and Sports for successfully conducting the Northeast Regional Sports Week. He encouraged the sportsperson to maintain discipline to become great and popular sportsperson for the sake of the country. He added that the Sports Week would celebrate the sporting spirit across all the northeastern states and would also showcase the sportsmanship of the talented players. In the Sports Week, Manipur won the overall team champion title, Assam bagged the first runner-up, while Nagaland got the second runner-up title. Chief Minister N. Biren, Youth Affairs and Sports, YAS Minister Govindas Kontaujam, and Union Minister of State Ajay Kumar Mishra also addressed the closing event. Commissioner of YAS Bobby E. Waikom, Director of YAS T. Pulen Meitei, officials of YAS Department, sportsperson, coaches and other officials attended the opening ceremony, among others. In yet another case of alleged discrepancies in the nomination papers submitted to returning officers in connection with the recently held state assembly elections, Janata Dal United candidate of Kumbi Assembly constituency, Ahanthem Sanjoy, who lost the election, has filed a petition against MLA of Kumbi Sanasam Prem Chandra in the High Court of Manipur. The petitioner prayed for declaring the election of MLA Prem Chandra as null and void and declaring the petitioner as the winner of the 12th Manipur Assembly election. According to the petition, MLA Prem Chandra, while filing his nomination, provided false information about his educational qualification, non-agricultural land and residential buildings under the name of his wife in his affidavit. The 3-day mega premiere show of Tharoi Ahambai Mahao, a film directed by Homeshwar, concluded yesterday at the auditorium of Manipur State Film Development Society, MSFDS. The film is produced by Ranjit Ningthauja under the banner of Home Films Manipur. Speaking on the occasion, Secretary of Home Films Manipur, Ranjit Ningthauja, said the 3-day mega premiere show was organized in collaboration with civil society organizations and cultural bodies to revive the dying cinema of Manipur, which was affected by the pandemic. It was also organized to educate the artists on discipline besides acting. Ranjit drew the attention of the authority concerned to construct a mini auditorium equivalent to MSFDS in every district. Vice Chancellor of DM University, Professor Nongmaithem Rajmohan, and President of Cine Writers and Playwright Forum Manipur, Manaubi MM, attended the closing event as the Presidium members. As part of the event, gifts were presented to the members of Home Films. A combined team of Phogak Chau, Ikai Police Station and Bishnupur Police Commando under the supervision of Superintendent of Bishnupur District Police and Harojit conducted a search operation and arrested 2 persons along with 7.32 kg of opium from Torbung Bazar along Tidim Road. According to police report, the arrested persons have been identified as Lun Kitang Baifei alias Thang Khopu, age 30, son of late Khomgen Baifei of Bozang village, and Letkogin Baifei, age 26, son of Kutin Lun Baifei of Tangmol village in Churachandpur district. The arrested persons along with the seized items were handed over to Moirang police station for further legal action. Director of Department of Tourism, Government of Manipur, W. Ibohal, has clarified that the poster of Shiri Lili Festival 2022, which carries the logo of the department and image of Hindu deity Lord Krishna, that has been doing rounds on social media platforms since May 2, is fake and was not issued by the department. Stating that the Tourism Department is yet to release any such poster, it appealed to the public not to forward or upload the fake poster. Necessary action under the Copyright Act 1957 will be initiated for circulation of such poster under the name of Shiri Lili Festival 2022 and for unauthorized use of the department's logo, the press release added. Wangkhai Rakpam, Shriman of Nongmei Bung Wangkhai Rakpam Laikai, has been appointed as the National General Secretary of Lok Jana Shakti Party, Ram Vilas, and in charge of Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Manipur Party Youth Wing. A press release issued by the National President of LJP, Pranab Kumar, expressed confidence that under his leadership and guidance, the party will grow leaps and bounds. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today pitched for resilient infrastructure with the use of modern technology and knowledge, saying this will not only help prevent disaster for the current generation but also for future generations. Addressing at the inaugural session of the 4th edition of the International Conference on Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, he said that it is a shared dream and vision that people can and must translate into reality. He said people must be at the heart of any infrastructure growth story and asserted this is exactly what India is trying to do. The Prime Minister also mentioned India's efforts to scale up basic facilities like education, health, drinking water, sanitation, electricity and transport, while also tackling climate change in a very direct way. Prime Minister Modi further said the initiative on infrastructure for resilient island states that was launched at COP26 last year is a clear expression of our commitment to work with small island countries. Arunachal Pradesh has recorded a GST collection of Rs 196 crore in April, registering a year-on-year growth of 90%, the highest among states. The northeastern state had mopped up Rs 103 crore in the year-ago month. Arunachal Pradesh has registered a 14% GST revenue growth in March this year, with a collection of Rs 105 crore, up from Rs 92 crore in the year-ago month. Union Law Minister Kiran Rijiju congratulated Chief Minister Pema Khandu and Deputy Chief Minister Chowna Menon for the state's achievement. Nearly 10 weeks into the war and with its troops making only marginal gains in Ukraine East, Russia is focused on cementing both military and political control over the territory it has taken so far. The Kremlin is installing occupation governments, ordering locals to use rubles for transaction and, according to 3 people involved in the efforts, planning hastily organized referendums in some areas to open the way for full annexation. The people spoke on condition of anonymity given the risks of retribution, discussing sensitive information. The Kremlin did not respond immediately to a request for comment, though far short of President Vladimir Putin's original aims of ousting President Vladimir Zelensky and installing a pro-Russian regime in most of Ukraine. The latest efforts pose a new obstacle for already stalled peace talks, in which Kyiv has insisted Russia give up the ground it has taken since invading on February 24. Zelensky military, backed by infusions of heavy weapons from the US and its allies, plans a push to retake territory. Before we end the bulletin, let's look at the top news headlines once again. Union Minister of State Ajay Kumar Mishra chairs a review meeting on various state issues with top government officials. Chief Minister N. Biren inaugurates 10-bed ICU ward tele-ICU hub at Jennings. Konsa Village Chief Village Authority present big tick drum to MP King Sanajauba Leshemba at Royal Palace. With that, it's a wrap for this evening news bulletin. Thank you for joining us. Have a great evening.